Hello, Miss. First of all, I apologize to you because I used my phone during the class, and this is also the reason for this video. I also thank you for giving me the opportunity to learn about the content that I missed in the class. Today we are discussing about chapter 15, Speaking to Inform. An informative speech isn't just about dumping the data on your audience. It's about turning the complex information onto a story that it sticks. Whether you are an architect explaining a blueprint or a teacher like some of us here explaining the grammar, our goal is clarity. So today we will cover two main areas. First is the 4 types of informative speeches, and second we have 6 guidelines to make our speech unforgettable. In this chapter, we learn that informative speech generally fall into 4 categories. Knowing your category helps you organize your thoughts. First, we have objects. In this context, an object is anything visible and tangible. This could be a 3D printer, the Greek period, or even a historical figure like Joan of Arc. So, when talking about objects, use spatial order to describe how it looks, or topical order to explain its feature. For example, if I talk about the Taj Mahal, I am made organized by 3 main features: the mausoleum, the garden, and the reflecting bull. And second are the processes. This is how to speech, how is a hospital surgery performed, or how do you write a professional resume. And the golden rules here are: always use the chronological order, but be careful. Don't give 20 tiny steps. Group them into 3 or 4 main phases so your audience doesn't get lost. And the third one we have events. This covers anything that happens, past or present. You could talk about the history of the Paralympics or a local festival. You can use a timeline in the chronological or analyze impact topical. If I talk about a flash flood, I could focus on the causes and the event itself and the aftermath. And finally, the most challenging one, concepts. These are the abstract ideas, beliefs, or the theories like minimalism, Confucianism, or intercultural communication. Then they are almost always topical because the concepts are invisible, so you must use plenty of examples to make them real. And now that we know what we are talking about, so let's discuss how to say it. The book gives us 6 golden guidelines. First of all is don't overestimate the audience. So that means never assume your audience knows the basics. If I start talking about the phonetics to a group of beginners without explaining what a sound system is, I class them. Explain things so clearly that even a teenagers can follow. Second one, we have relate the subject directly to the audience. So people listen most when they hear the word you. So instead of saying many people suffer from stress, you can try to say that you know that feeling when your heart beats fast before the exam. That's what we are talking about today. So that is the way we tie our topic to the audience life. The third one is don't be too technical, avoid the jargon. In the medical world, they may call it contusion, but to your audience, it's just a bruise. Keep your language simple and accessible. The fourth one is avoid abstractions. Abstract ideas are like clouds. It's fuzzy and hard to hold. So to fit this, we can use first a description. We can use the vivid word. Secondly, comparison. Compare the unknown to the known. And the last one is the contrast. Show the difference between the things to make a point sharp. And the fifth golden guidelines is personalize your ideas. Facts speak to the mind, but the stories speak to the heart. So instead of just giving the strategies on the homelessness, tell us about Lydia, a real girl who lived in the shelter. And when you put a human face on a topic, people remember it. And the sixth one is be creative. Now, think outside the box. Use the unique visual ads, a surprising opening, or a creative terms. The more creative you are, is the more successful your mission of informing will be. So to wrap up, informative speaking is a skill that will serve you throughout the life. Even when you are at TDTU presenting a group project or in the future talk, your ability to convey the knowledge is the power. So in this chapter, we need to remember first, identify the topic, object, process, event, or the concept. Second one is organize it logically. And the last one is also the most important, is a personalized. As the company president in our textbook said to the colleague, anyone who can communicate that well is going to a long way. So thank you for your time, and I hope this information have you know more about how to speak to inform. This is also the last part of my presentation. Thank you for your listening. And last one, I just want to apologize to my assistant in the class. Thank you, Miss.